Welcome again to my market update for the El Paso area. We're here in the month of June. We're going to look at May. Just as a reminder, these numbers come from the Greater El Paso Association of Realtors. We're looking at these numbers in June, and the numbers are for the end of May. And we're looking at month-over-month numbers as well. I do these videos so that you're staying informed. It's important to know what's going on in the real estate market. If you're an investor, buyer, seller, if you hope to own real estate in the future, it's good to know where the market's going, so it could help you make decisions down the line. Of course, median sales price 277,950. This number, it's been a constant thing, month over month over month. It's been going up for the last almost 2 years. I think there was 1 month that stayed flat, but it's been going up. So if you look at numbers maybe from a year ago, a little bit longer, 18 months or so, prices have gone up substantially. So if I were to show you just numbers from 12 months ago, maybe it was like about 265, now we're at 277 median sales price. That's an affordable number, but it's going away if you're waiting, if you're thinking, I need to save more money, if you're thinking, hey, I need the prices to come down. That's not really gonna happen. Not in our market, probably not in the El Paso market. It is happening, and it has happened in other markets already, but not here. So don't wait for that. I tell people, buy when it makes sense for you, not when the market tells you to. And the biggest mistakes I see people done in real estate when it comes to the pricing is you wait till everybody else wants to buy, and then now you're in a bidding war, and now that increases prices. And then when there's great deals out there, when nobody's wanting to buy, everybody's hesitant, nobody's moving, and then people are like, okay, I want to wait because nobody's buying, and that's when you get the deal. Buy when everybody's selling, and you sell when everybody's buying. That's what they taught us in school about the market. Okay, so we move along. Closed sales for the month of May, there were 766 closed sales, so it stayed pretty flat. April, May, even pricing was still pretty flat. There hasn't been a lot of movement, a lot of changes. Active inventory 2743, increased 0.7%, stayed pretty flat, not a lot of changes. Days on market, this is so interesting because it's still under 30 days. We're at 21 days on market. So that was down. Last month, I believe, was like 22 days on market. So it was just a day shorter. And we've been seeing that is really true. There's homes that sit a little longer. It's for specific reasons. A lot of times it's just price or other reasons, other factors, competition, etc. But then if there's a listing that is attractive at the right price point, like anything in the median sales price, pretty much anything under 300,000 is going quite fast. And you're looking at homes that are selling within a week or less with a lot of times multiple offers. I couldn't tell you the last time personally I worked the deal in the list this year that it did not have multiple offers. Whether I was selling a listing or I was working a buyer, we were competing with multiple offers. So that's just a take for you to understand what's going on in the market. And what I tell you is not like 20 offers like we've seen in the past, or 5, 6 offers. It's not necessarily the case. There's a handful of offers at best, but that alone gives the advantage for the seller, for it to be a seller's market. And as a buyer, you're competing. And that's what's driving that 21 days on market. So don't hesitate. The worst thing you can do is go out there, start looking at the house you like on the internet. You see it pop up. Okay, let me go look at it, and then let me go think about it. That's the worst strategy you have in the world. The best strategy you do is talk to an agent, give us a call. We'll sit down with you, explain to you what's going on in the market at your specific price point, guide you through the steps, give you the information so that you can make the decision, so that you can call the shots when it's time. And then be ready, get approved, be ready. And then when the house that you want hits the market, you're ahead of the game, and you're not backpedaling saying, oh, wait, well, what's my rate? Wait, what about the neighborhood? Is this a good neighborhood? Is this not a good neighborhood? All that should be taken care of before you walk through the first door on the first house you want to see. Be ready, be prepared before you go out there. That's the biggest advice I can give you in today's market. Median price per square foot, that stayed flat, $165. And then new listings was up about 2.7%, so we got about 1,020 new listings. Okay, so keeping that in mind, the market has been pretty flat for most of the year. The beginning of the year was a little bit slow. Then we hit the end of March. April, it started picking up a little bit. May, it's picked up a little bit. It's been pretty flat. but I expected the market to be a lot more active, a lot more activity happening for the spring. There is movement. There's quite a bit. We're busy, but I expected it to be a lot busier than it really is. Okay, so but it's a stable market. It's a steady market. If you're a seller, it's gonna take a little time to get things going. If you're a buyer, it's pretty stable. You're not competing with a lot of people. So, but homes are selling. There's homes available for buyers. So it's kind of balancing out right now. Okay. Something that we have to consider a lot in El Paso is PCSing for military because we're in our for places in the El Paso area. So you have the times of the year where a lot of soldiers are coming and going, and that gives us an influx of activity for buyers and for sellers. So keep that in mind when you're out there looking. Consider that, and I could tell you for a good advice to do is start early. If you're thinking my lease is not over till October, I'll wait a little bit. It's not too early. Start now. You can never start too early to get the information, to get the ball going, to understand what the market is doing, and then you could make the decision whenever you're ready. A lot of times I see people wait 30 days before your lease is up to start doing the process. It's too late in the game, and you're gonna probably end up either renewing your lease or going month to month, and it's gonna cost you a little bit of money. So start as early as possible. Work on a game plan, work on a strategy so that you don't have to give that double rent money. It will pay the rent and your mortgage. So there's strategies around that. That's one advice I give you for this year is start the process early. Keep informed, watch videos like this, talk to an agent, and that's going to get you prepared and put you ahead of the game when it comes to those multiple offers. So that's my take on the market for the month of June. So stay tuned. Next month, we're going to see what the first half of the year had for us, and I'll see you then.